Hey, Jared. Glad you are able to sit down with me today.
Sure.
My name is Heath Oaks. I'm at Colliver Life, and as you know, you do know why we're here, right?
Yes, I saw the group meeting, yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, great. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to ask you a couple questions. And what I'm really doing, Jerry, is to find out, make sure I'm using your time valuable because I know it's important to you. And I want to figure out some things about you, where you are, and how it is, see if there's anything I can help you with. If not, we can part be friends. You can go on about your business. If not, if so, maybe I can show you some solutions to help you out. Fair enough?
Fair enough, sure.
Okay. Jared, are you married?
Yes, I am.
All righty. You got any kids?
6 kids.
6 kids. What's the age range?
Starting at 3 all the way up to 19.
Oh, wow. I bet you got all kinds of stuff you're into all the time, huh?
Oh, yeah.
They're involved in a lot of activities?
A lot of activities.
Oh,
A lot of soccer.
Gotcha. Soccer, see, I was never good at that, that's for sure. Now, let me ask you a question, Jerry. Having such a big family and everything as a whole, if you were ever sick or injured for anywhere from 30 days to 6 months, would that create a financial burden for you and your family?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I couldn't go that far, yeah.
Do you think you'd be able to maintain the same lifestyle you have right now?
I'd probably lose everything I got except for the house.
Yeah. Jerry, if there was a way that I could show you to where you wouldn't have to worry about that, if you were sick or injured, your family would be taken care of, would you be interested?
Yeah, sure, heck yeah. It'd be stupid not to.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I thought the same thing sometimes myself. Now, your company offers you major medical right now. Let me ask you a question. Has your deductible gone up or down over the last couple of years?
It keeps going up and up and up. Yeah, we started at about 500, now we're up, I think, to 2,500.
Yeah, yeah. That's. I understand exactly how you feel. A lot of clients we sit down with it felt the exact same way. So at 2,500, if your kid was in an accident with soccer or something and had to go to the hospital and it was a $5,000 bill, would you be able to come up with the 2,500, 5,000 pretty easily?
No, not really.
Do you think that would create a financial burden for you?
Oh yeah, pretty much, because we don't have much in savings anyway.
Yeah.
I pretty much take everything that we got plus more.
So if there was a way that I could show you a way to be able to afford a protection to where that would happen, would you be interested?
Sure, heck yeah.
Now, let me ask you another thing. Has anybody in your family that you know directly been affected by like a heart attack or a stroke or any kind of cancer?
Yeah, my father had a heart attack at 48. And my aunt had breast cancer. And in fact, my wife, 10 years ago, she had breast cancer.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, she recovered. She's fine.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Congratulations. Now, let me ask you a question on seeing some of those in yourselves. Did you see them, were any of them really affected financially by those when those were happening?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Father basically was disabled the rest of his life. Aunt, she lasted about 8 months and died. Of course, we were afraid directly when my wife happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were there a lot more extra costs than you expected?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If there was a way that maybe I could put some ease at your mind in all those areas that you could afford, would you be interested?
Sure. Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: if are you the main breadwinner in your family?
Right, I am.
Okay. If you were to pass away, do you know that if you have the right amount of life insurance that your wife and kids could maintain the exact lifestyle they have right now for at least 12 months?
Probably not. She doesn't work, and I only have like $10,000 from work, so I got.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right. Have you ever thought about what would maybe happen then? I mean, have you thought about looking at more life? I mean,
well, I try not to because that's something we don't want to think about. But yeah, realistically, I should be thinking more about it.
Yeah. See, one of the things is you want to make sure that your family is covered for 12 months to maintain it. So if there was a way that I could show you to get that in your budget, would you be interested?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we're not talking about health insurance, right?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, no. Your health insurance is being taken care of by your other carrier, but we're trying to show you a couple ways. And the good thing is Jerry, I've got some ways that I think I can show you some solutions to help calm some of your fears.
Okay.
And we'll probably be able to find it pretty affordable, maybe only $180 a paycheck or so.
Oh, that sounds kind of high.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
It's only going to be 120.
Oh,
no, I'm
kidding.
Kidding. No, we're going to make sure we take really good care of you. But there are some things that I have that I think could really be of interest to help you and your family so you don't have some of these burdens that you talked about that you have right now.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Fair enough, sure.
Jerry, what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at this right here. What this is what I call my little 4 square, okay? The 4 squares of areas that can help protect you financially, okay? What I'd like you to do is take and write a number 1 and number 2 and a number 3 One being which area will make you causes you the most sleep at night. The second thing, and then the third thing. So with one being the highest, 2 and 3.
Yeah, it's gonna be this right here.
Okay, great. I appreciate that. Now what I'm going to do right here, Gary, is I'm pulling some stuff together for you here. You said your kids run soccer. What kind of soccer? Are all of them playing soccer? Is that the only sports?
All of them, yeah. 5 of them, yeah.
All right, Jerry, what I put together here is you've told me that your paycheck protection is your #1 most important thing, and critical illness is #2.
Right.
And I'm assuming it's probably, cancer is probably, and with the heart attacks, your dad, and then life insurance and taking family. What I've done is I've put a package together, okay? For what I'm going to give you is 3 months worth of short-term disability. This is going to cover up to 66 2/3 of your income, okay? For up to 3 months if you were sick or injured. I'm going to have you a package here with a $15,000 critical illness policy on yourself, and then a cancer policy for you and your family to have on, and then life insurance with your annual income at $50,000 a year. And so what I'm assuming is what I'm going to try to do is better put about $150,000 term life policy in place. There are $50,000 to replace the income, and another $100,000 to maybe take some care of some of the bills that you may have as well. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to be able to cover all 3 of these, Jerry, with all 3 of those ways, and this is only going to cost you $31.26 per paycheck. And if you initial there, then I'll go into more depths of how the products work, and we'll get you signed up.
Okay, $31. That's doable. That's sure a lot better than the $180 you talked about.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that's doable.
Okay. All right, we'll get things kicked off and keep going.
Good.
So now, as you see, that was a little bit easier. But if he would have told me that, how close can I come to this number would have been next. So if he would have said 31's a little bit too much, I would ask him how close to that number can he come, and then I would have come back and refigured the policy, wiped it off, said, you know what, here it is, at $22, I can cover your 1 and 2 most important things that you have. Now, obviously, I don't have my computer here to put it all together and go through all the exact ones I'm doing here, but before you put the price out there, you have it built. That's where you build the need and explain the products. So if I would have been doing this, I would have went through the short-term disability policy I was giving him in depth, explaining him that policy. I would have went through that critical illness policy, how it worked. I went through that cancer, whichever plan level I was offering, and gone through that in depth with him, building the need, building that need on these products. Okay, and then the life insurance. And honestly, life insurance, when I was sitting there typing in, I probably would have asked him more about what kind of debt he's in as a whole and things of those natures to pull up the exact amount of life insurance. But to this purpose, obviously I don't have all that, didn't want to get through all that, but I hope you catch the drift that how I would have done that. That's when I would have built and explained all the products and getting him to grab, initial, and sign, and then go after coming through there. And if he would have said no at the end of this, kept going, well, I need to talk to so-and-so, I would have come back in the end, and that's whenever I said, well, Jerry, you told me just before, one thing I always like to do if they do go, just to help me out in the future. Jerry, you told me that if you said that your family couldn't maintain if you were sick or injured, right? And Jerry, you told me your deductible's gone up and you couldn't afford that out of pocket happen if it happened, right? And you told me about the directly affecting your wife with breast cancer and your dad not being able to work for the rest of his life after his heart attack. And that you don't have enough life insurance to maintain for your family if something was to happen to you. And I just want to make sure, did I address all of those issues for you?
Yeah, you sure did.
Okay. Yeah. Then I just need to know, Jerry, what's the real reason you don't want to do business with me today? And see, that's how, don't let them just get up and walk away, dude. It's a very nice deal to come in and be like, look, that's what the discovery questions were for. If I could, would you? It's for you to know in your head what you got coming up with. But number 2, you're really selling what the client wants. What's important about this isn't bundling some package that's easy for you to sell and make money, okay? That's not right to do to the client. You need to know what's important to that client. Even if that client says, I don't have that life insurance, but they just tell you, look, that critical illness, that heart attack and cancer, that scared the heck out of me, okay? Even though you know it's important life insurance, don't start trying to keep pushing them on something that he does not see as important. That's not fair. So if you do it this way, you're going to help your persistency because you're truly selling what the client has the need in and where the interest is built in. Does that make sense? So using that as your arsenal, using the how close to the number can you come, explaining your products, having them write, having them put it on there, and then a neat little deal when you take this Foursquare, you have it laminated, you can write it on there, you wipe it off every time you get done, and you just keep using it, and then you save your discovery sheets for it, and this will really quicken up your time because I see in benefit counselors all the time sit down and go through every product on the menu. Don't do that, okay? Sit down, ask the discovery questions, and then you're targeting right away. You're giving them exactly what they need. You're not wasting time with explaining all these other things if that's not important to them. Make sense? So I hope this speeds up your process. I hope you sell some more business with it. It's worked for me for 6, 7 years now in this business. We've passed it along everywhere we win, and I hope it works out for you.